Well, is anybody even here? Am I the only one? Hey, Brandon Morris wrote first, and I don't even see anybody here yet. I just say we have three people. Gary Mason, good morning, everyone, and welcome to National Football Hangover Day. Oh, Gary, I should have stole that and put that on the live myself, and I didn't do it. Not that I'm hungover, I'm just beat down, tired. But Brandon Morris was first. Why is that a thing? I guess that's an important thing. Does that give me a clue to everyone's age? Um, because whenever the kid posts a video, even back when it was only on TikTok, the kid used to always have to acknowledge first whoever was first to see the video and first to reply. I guess that's a thing. I don't know. It must be a generational thing. Frayed. God damn, I fucked up this morning. He says, Fried says, "Hey, General." Diesel says, "Hi." Now, see, Diesel, I don't think ever says anything during the program, at least not that I recall. But that dude's always here in the beginning to say hello. It just seems like maybe it's me, but every live stream, isn't that guy just always there, the first ones to say hello? And then he quietly sits back and he watches the train wreck that is Gen X Talks Live. So, sorry, Fried says, "Hey, General." Diesel says, "Hi." Charles says, "Peace." Okay, Charles, and peace. I drink to world peace, with just like in Groundhog Day. Gary Mason, good morning, General X. The Dirty Knobs. It wasn't. Oh, God damn it! Already starting to skip on me. Hold on, I'm going back. All right, let's race through the good mornings, you guys. I'm trying to get there. Dirty Knobs. It wasn't for Nita Strauss. They would have lost. Man, go look at the we'll talk the Rams football game. Go look at the thumbnail for today's live stream, and then we'll talk knobs. Poor boy says, "What's up?" Pissed off Patriot. Yo, old man, what's up? I'm just waking up, man. Trying to get there from here. Ricardo says, "Good morning, sir." Bonehead, good morning. Great human. There's no comma there, so I'm gonna think it's for you. Are you the great human? If you are, then I'm very pleased to meet you, Bonehead. Although you might work on your name, doesn't quite go along with great human, but we'll get to that later. Mike says, "What's up? Good to see you." Positive Tree says, "Good morning." Henry Vargas says, "Hi, sir." Tyson, hot damn, I got another live. Well, welcome to round two, Tyson. We're going strong. Paradise Arms, good morning, General. You can fall in the ranks. David Tabor, you look hungover. I'm not. I didn't even. I ended up not drinking, but like a drop. I'm telling you, I'm not hungover. I'm just burned out, tired, upside down, backward, and I feel like I've been inside out. And then someone drove over me with a Mack truck. Happy Valentine's Day or Happy V Day, Big Pop. Pepper Jack says, "DH, woohoo. Got to be the favorite dad. You got to be the favorite dad other than my own." Now, see, that's the real mystery about Generation X and Gen X Talks is that I'm everyone's second favorite dad, as it should be. Yeah, if that wasn't shameless self promotion, you're never going to see it. All right, Two Bear, good morning. I'm at work. Just wanted to wish you guys good morning. Yeah, car lots never sleep, my friend. They don't. Wolfman, good morning from the UK. Thank you. JJ Gaza, morning, Pops. Happy Victory Day and Valentine's Day. Now, there's a man who covers all the ground. Daryl says, "Yo, what year were you born?" Daryl, I was born on Christmas Day in the year of our Lord, 1967. So if you had thoughts of calling me a boomer, those are gone. You can't do it. We're done. Boom. Okay, so we did. I'm not hungover. Pepper Jack. Got that. Two Bear. Wolfman. Trying to scroll down. And Daryl said where you were born. Okay, Steve Ramirez. Good morning. Love your stuff, man. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate you. Hector Martinez. What did you think of All in the Family? That's a loaded question. Hector's talking. All in the Family was a sitcom back in the 70s. Let's. What do they say at the White House? Let's put a pin in that, and we'll circle back to it, which usually means you're never going to get to it. But I'm going to try to remember what you said. Let me scroll a little further. I'm really behind. Lakovic, hey there. You're a gent. Thank you. Never been called that, but I appreciate the sentiment. Jason, congratulations for the win last night. Thanks, Jason. I didn't have as much to do with it as you might think, but I'll take the credit. Good morning, sir. Don't take any guff from this swing. I know we're gonna get to that. Gen X mom's already barking in my ear. She deserves a pat on the back. I gave her props last night, but we'll share them this morning. Tugboat says, "Good morning, General." Harold, sup, General? Go Rams. Yeah, Dewey. Good morning. The Lane P, morning. Skipper says, morning, young man. Oh, Skipper must be old if I'm a young man. David Ruff, hey, Pops. I didn't know we had any of the Temptations listening tonight, but that's great. Chris Buys from Cork in Ireland. Hi, champ. I didn't far out, man. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm digging the Irish gig. Linda Smith says, happy Valentine's Day. Mortimer Duke, I would not trade places with you. Happy VD, brother. Thank you. But when you said happy VD, that looks like venereal disease. You should be a little more specific. I know you want to type fast and blow through that stuff, but let's be fair. When you say happy VD, what comes to your mind? Is it Valentine's Day? I don't know. Suave just wanted to come by and say hi on my way home from work. Thanks, man. White Hot, yo, congratulations to the Rams. Thanks. Michael Tidwell says, hey, Fried, congrats on the big win. Thanks, Fried. It was stressful. It really was for many reasons. Sloppy J says, you look beat. I am, man. I'm telling you, I'm not here yet. I'm fumbling over myself, to use a football metaphor. Charles Ford says, good morning, General. Marty McFly, 88, says, good morning. Mitch looks like it was a good day to call in to work. Yeah, isn't that the goddamn truth? Is it really that obvious? Do I look? I mean, they're nice, they're gentle comments, but do I look that bad? Because I feel it. But I mean, you guys are already noticing it. Chris says, hey, from Scotland, and Love Kill says, good morning. Thanks. Mike says, thanks for everything y'all do. Appreciate the content. Great game from the Rams yesterday. That was a nail biter, as they say. Michael says, good morning, General. Brent Hamilton says, aha, that's all of us, buddy. Thanks. At least I'm not alone. If there's more than one of us in here in this mess, in this condition, then I don't feel so bad. The Viking, how's it going, old man? Just want you to picture what I'm doing at the moment, sitting outside in my 600 horsepower SS Camaro, having a cold one. Kids these days don't know what that's even all about. Kids don't know the difference between horsepower and torque. They have no idea that torque's at the wheel. They don't know what horsepower is. They don't know why it's called horsepower, because there's no horses anymore. They have no idea what the formulation was to come up with that. And no, you didn't say what year Camaro you had, but in my mind, I was picturing a 68 for some reason. I don't know why. Intel, Rams in the house, baby. That's what I'm telling you. Intel Wild, a repeat offender around here. Thank you. James says, how about them Rams? Morning, General. James, you can fall in line, sir. Join the ranks where I am up. It is morning, and we're moving forward. Juanita, hello, and happy Valentine's Day. Well, thank you, Juanita. It's very sweet of you this morning. George Floyd, big ups, brother. Go Truckers. I know. I'm telling you. Always big ups. Or I wonder if that was supposed to be UPS. Big UPS, brother. Big ups, brother. Well, I'm going to go with UPS, but it's all lowercase. So I'm going to call your boss and tell on you. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Bones Brigade says, morning, General. Thank you. Pissed Off Patriot, Archie Bunker, Al Bundy, and Gen X Pops. You forgot Frank Murphy and Red Foreman. I get called those all the time, too. But thanks, Patriot. I'm losing it here. Life's Adventures Keeping It Real says, good morning from Chicago. It's got to be a brisk morning in Chicago, doesn't it? Yeah. Chuck Dizzle, good morning, General. Congratulations on the win. I used to live in L.A., West Covina, La Puente. I went to Merlinda first and second grade. Merlinda, yeah. Yeah, you down here, you know what's going on. This is your old stomping grounds. Jack of all trades, question, what year do you personally consider Gen X? Me personally, 1963 to 1980. I know everybody on the internet says 79, but I round up, so there. Still way behind on stuff. I'm trying not to be way behind, but you guys already started in about the questions. Archie Bunker, what I think of All in the Family. You know, I used to watch All in the Family when I was a kid, because when I was real small, because my grandfather watched it all the time. Now, remember, if I'm talking to you here, if you keep writing comments, I'm going to get further behind there, and then I'm going to miss people, and I'm trying not to. So All in the Family was the question. And when I was a kid, I just watched it, thought it was a funny show. And then as you get older, well, when I got older, I didn't even care about it, didn't think about it, didn't watch it. And then when you get a little older than that, somebody comes up and says Archie Bunker was racist. Yeah, he had I've skimmed over some episodes in the last few years, and yeah, there was some definite racial tones to those things. He would talk about a bus driver being black, or the garbage man being Mexican or something. They'd have some point like that. And then I don't know enough about the series to speak intelligently. But I know there was an episode where I'm going to say his Archie Bunker's housekeeper was black, and they went to the supermarket together, and the guy at the grocery store was very racist and kept making comments and saying stuff directly about his black housekeeper that was with him. And I think either Archie Bunker said something to the dude like to very harsh, or he punched him. It was one of the two. Now I don't know if that's because in his heart he made joke and tease about races, but in his heart he's not a racist and he will stand up and fight for you, or if that was the writers changing the story arc of that character. But there definitely was something. I think that was after Edith had died in the series that they did that. In fact, I'm almost 100% sure it was. So I mean, the overtone of the whole thing was racist. You know, I will tell you that. That's my feeling. And then that scene from that episode and perhaps others were out there. I don't know whether that was showing his true nature of not being racist, or if that was a story arc trying to bring him over to where Archie Bunker, the character, wasn't perceived so badly. I don't know. It's just it was just a comedy show. So I don't put much stock in it one way or the other. Just like I done with comedians, I laugh at comedians and their jokes and stuff, and I move on. I don't take it as seriously as life, and I don't impose free speech and hurt feelings. If you're going to get your feelings hurt by something a comedian says, you're an idiot. You're a complete fucking idiot if you're going to be offended by something comedians say. I'm a big fat white guy. They tell fat jokes all the time, and all I can do is hold my breath and wait till they're fucking over. But if I don't want to be offended by someone talking about a big white guy, then I'm in the wrong fucking spot, and I shouldn't be there. But there, what do I know? All right, so there's your one. God, jumped on me again, you guys. I'm so far. Hold on, something popped up. Ivan sent 350 czars. No fucking clue what a czar is. RUB, I learned, was a ruble. I have no idea what a czar is. You guys realize that right now he sent $350 or 350 czars. Right now, I might have more money in my possession, so much money in my possession after this gift, that I could turn this thing off and buy new friends. Yeah, I may not even need to be here right now. But we're going to assume that that's not what that means. Ivan says, good morning, General. Fellow Gen Xer here from South Africa. Thank you for all you do and for representing our generation proudly. You, sir, are a legend. I appreciate all the kind words. I really do, Ivan. Undeservingly so. Most of what you said is true, but I'm not allowed to say so. I have to remain humble and pretend that I don't like what you said and that you should be thinking about someone else. But come on, man. When you said that I'm proudly representing Gen X, I promise you I am representing Gen X. I am just as fucked up as the rest of you guys. Don't think you're more fucked up than me. You're not. I represent Gen X, and the fucked upness that goes along with our generation from beginning to end. I embody that. I embrace that. And if you want to challenge me and say you're more fucked up than me, you better bring a laundry list of stuff, because I really got a list. Ivan, thank you for saying so. It's very kind of you. I do appreciate you. All the way from South Africa. Wow. The antenna on the roof of my house must be powerful. It travels far. Okay, so before we get, and I'm scrolling back up. There's a lot in here. I'm still behind, but I got the first part. Okay, let's cover the fucking Rams game. Okay, what is the hot topic today? Everybody's saying, oh, there's no flags the whole game until the very end, and then the refs called flags against the Bengals, and the Rams won. ESPN, ABC Sports, everybody's saying the same thing. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so did you guys not watch the game? Did you guys look at the thumbnail on today's live stream? Did you see that? You see Jalen Ramsey getting face masked and thrown to the sidelines? No flag. So what Bengals fans are going to say is this irresponsible. They called something that shouldn't be called, and it cost them a touchdown. They also missed a flag that gave them 7 points. And I mean, the Jalen Ramsey flag was way more blatant, way more obvious. I had Bengals fans that are friends of mine texting me saying, oops, we didn't deserve that 7 points. No shit. I mean, I'm not throwing a fit. I'm not crying like a baby about it like everybody else is, but that was bad. And they completely missed it. He grabbed his face mask, threw him to the sidelines, caught the ball, and ran in for a touchdown. Now we missed that flag. That was a flag of omission. Now, the flag you guys are all talking about at the other end, Cooper Cup cutting across with an in route, and the guy had his jersey. He did. That was a flag, but the way they were playing, I probably wouldn't have called it. I think there was one there where he grabbed him and slowed him down, and Cup couldn't reach the ball. That was a flag, no question. The one before it, yeah, you kind of watch Chris Collinsworth do the replay on it, and he freezes it and zooms in, and you could see two angles. Okay, the guy had his shirt and just kind of it was a technically it was pass interference, but I wouldn't have called it on the Rams or on the Bengals. I would let it go. But you guys, the people that are all the Bengals fans that are just the NFL, no, in my opinion, missed two blatant calls of pass interference on the Bengals and let them have it. One would have taken away the 7 points. One would have given them 7 points going down the field. We are giving the Rams 7 points. It was blatant, two big plays. So they called two more plays against the Bengals later. They gave them two free ones that I just thought were blatant, and the whole crowd did. Everybody did. And then they called two against the Bengals. You had two they missed and two they called. One of them blatantly, they got it right. The other one's like, no, it was, but I would have let it go. So how about this theory? How about the refs kept telling the Bengals, okay, we've let you boys play football all day, but now you're getting down to the wire. We're not letting you get away with shit. Keep it clean. And they just couldn't keep their hands off the Rams. They threw the flag and said, try to tell you, you guys aren't going to get away with this all day. What do you mean we're not going to get away with it all day? Those are terrible calls. We're the Bengals. We're supposed to win. We tried to tell you, you're not going to get away with this shit in the fourth quarter at the end of the game. The shit you've been pulling on game, you're going to have to stop and you're going to have to play fair. What do the Bengals do? Well, we're not going to play fair and we're going to keep grabbing them. And you better just not call. We're the Bengals and we're the biggest thing and we deserve this. And the refs say, okay, we're going to call this shit. Just keep your hands off them. Well, you've been letting us do it all game. Why are you going to do it now? This is just going to make you look bad. You're going to look fucking bad. If you've missed calls all game, if you've let us do it all game, and now all of a sudden you start playing the game fair, you start calling the game fair, people are going to hate you for it. And the refs like, yeah, we don't care. We're not going to wake up tomorrow morning and say the refs are fired or on suspension because they blew 35 calls. We're going to get this one right. We're going to play the game tight. You better keep your hands off of each other and do your job. We're going to call it. And man, did they. Man. And they were legit. I mean, it was technically, like I told you, the second one, I think it was in the red zone. The replay shows that Chris Collinsworth got it right. Technically, it was pass interference, but I'd have probably let that one go. Just me. I'm not going to be crybaby. But the other one, dragging him down where he couldn't get the ball. Fuck that. The face mask that he missed in the second quarter. Yeah, fuck that. You guys are going to hang your hat on this. Now, keep in mind, no one play, no one call wins any game in any sport. Oh, I know. Boy, I can feel your guys' rage right now, but it's true. It's what telling my sons that when they play sports for years. No one play wins or loses a game. No one bad call wins or loses a game. And what are you guys all going to say? Oh, no. That one call, if it had gone the other way, wins the game for the other team. Yeah. So what about all the bad calls or missed opportunities during the game that led up to that? No, I know. You could say at this moment in the game, at this moment in time, one bad call makes a difference. It doesn't reflect the whole game, though. What about people who missed tackles when the guy scored early in the game? Why don't you go back and say, if you hadn't missed your tackle, that guy wouldn't have scored. You forget all the other blown plays, all the other bad calls, the missed call. You forget all of those, and you blame any basketball, baseball, or football or hockey victory on that one play, that one call. No, write it down, put it in frame on a wall behind you. No one play wins or loses a game. No one play. Now, I guess some theoretical Bill Nye the Science Guy, there'll be some nerd out there. Well, what if the quarterback gets tackled on the first play illegally and breaks his back and he's out of the game? And that one play affected the entire game. All right, there's always one fucking Bill Nye the Science Guy out there who's got to extrapolate this out to find the sliver that would prove me wrong. All right, fuck off. You guys know what I'm saying. No one play decides a game. And it was the same with last night. If the Bengals had just dominated by 40 points, it wouldn't have mattered about those calls, would it? No, but they didn't. They had to punt. Yeah, they didn't win every bout. They didn't win every drive. They had to punt. They made mistakes. They missed assignments. They let people score. They made mistakes. Take back those mistakes, and then that one play, that one bad call doesn't matter. But I don't believe it was a bad call. That was a good call. They just finally tightened up their game. The refs did and said, told you, we're not letting you get away with all this shit. I know you're going to stomp. Bengals fans are going to stomp their feet and cry. Well, you were letting us get away with it all game, and now you're gonna make us play correctly. Now you're going to start throwing flags. Yeah, it's a fucking Super Bowl, man. Play like a Super Bowl team. Tighten that shit up. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. That guy, did the Bengals get a participation trophy? No, they got an AFC championship trophy. They did not go home empty. That guy. All right, let's scroll down here and see what we got. I missed a bunch of stuff. Rob Stradamus. Rob says happy Ramsentine Day. Thank you, man. John Doe Bilbo. A little bit of spin on the wording there. Happy Anti-Pocket Day. Is it that? It's because I didn't look up all the other ones. I knew that it was Valentine's Day and the Rams one. I didn't look up all the bizarre. Was Anti-Pocket Day one? That's funny. Daniel Mason, what's your views on Russia? I'll get to that. Flawless says, what's up? Jeffrey Hale says, what's up, brother? Vanilla Gorilla says, Gen X dad, it's okay to be drunk already this early in the morning. Yeah, it is. I want you to know that there's no set rule on when you can be drunk or high. Guys, you do you. Kat Aguilar, happy Valentine's Day. Drums, go Rams, or good Rams, yes, sir. Mortimer Duke, how about all those maskless celebrities? Yeah, it was funny. There was somebody that wrote something. Gen X mom read it to me last night after the game, that there was thousands and thousands of maskless people at the game, and there was maskless entertainers and celebrities, and they're all in the stands, they're on the stages, they're everywhere. They're no mask, no mask, no mask. But today, this morning, anybody who had to go back to school, 20 children in a classroom, they're all going to wear masks, and you know it. Joshua says, good morning, General. Glad your team won last night. Thank you. Big Bubba Trouble. I like that name. Big Bubba Trouble. Hey, this is the first live stream of yours I've watched. Just wanted to say I think you have a lot of sense and you are smart about a lot of stuff. Love the videos. Well, appreciate that, Bubba. I do. I mean, if I was able to trick you into thinking that I have half a brain, then I could probably trick other people too. Thanks for saying so. Alicia and Anthony, happy Valentine's Day. Hope you have a blessed day. We will. Kevin Grimes, good morning, Gen X Dad. Skybreaker, great game. Disappointed the fourth down conversion attempt. Yeah, boy, there's a lot of that controversy going on. Skybreaker's talking about fourth down conversion attempts and the lack of them when they should have gone for it. I am Insanity. Hey, brother, how you doing, sir? Great to see you again, bud. Insanity, thanks for coming back. Angel, good morning, sir. Hector Martinez, what did you get the wife? Oh, yeah, I knew that was coming. I knew that was going to come out. What did I get the wife? Nothing, and I haven't yet. I don't know that I'm going to, and I'll tell you why. Guys are going to think this is the stupidest thing they've ever heard, and girls might understand it a little bit. First, let me say, Storm and Norman, $5. Storm and Norman is that from? God, what was his name? He was a general in the Iraq War. Norman Schwarzkopf, Storm and Norman. I think $5. That goes in the whiskey fund, my friend. You didn't allocate where it went. Goes to the whiskey fund, Storm and Norman. But if that's after the general, then I get the reference. All right, back to Valentine's Day. What did I get my wife? There comes a time when you get older when big gifts are not super important. They aren't to me. I know they aren't to her. There's two schools of thought here. One, I'm going to tell you where I fucked myself completely, and I'm good. This is a warning for you younger fellas. Let me help you out here. And then there's also one where the girls may swoon a little bit. So yeah, you get older and you impress your girl, and you get her a Valentine's Day. You think about it for weeks or months in advance, unless you're one of those jabronis that doesn't remember until you wake up in the morning and your alarm goes off on your watch that says, "Hey, it's Valentine's Day, asshole! You didn't get her anything," and you panic and you run to the grocery store and hope that the cards and roses section still has flowers in it. Um, so I was that guy who did everything I could all the time. I thought about it weeks or months in advance. And I remember years ago, I bought her a brand new car and drove it home on Valentine's Day. I had it all arranged with the purchase and was going to pick it up. And I drove it home, and in big dramatic fashion, I went through all the stuff. And I thought I was the coolest fucking cat on the goddamn planet. And it turns out I was not. And let me tell you why. Because once you do that, once you buy a brand new car for Valentine's Day, what do you do next year? Yeah. How do you top that next year? I wasn't thinking clearly. I fucked myself for every year after that, especially when you get kids, because I had 4 daughters living at home at the time, and they came up the year after and they said, "Oh, Dad got a car last year from Mom. What's he going to do this year? I can't wait to see what Dad does this year." All of a sudden, I'm sitting there drinking my coffee in the morning going, "Holy shit, I am completely fucked here. I don't know what to do." I mean, I really did not know what to do. That was bad news for me. And I did it to myself, and I know I did it to myself. Don't do that, guys. If you're going to build up and you're going to be with this girl for a long time, and you're going to plan on going up incrementally on stuff, then you do it slowly. Every year you get a little bit better. Don't come out of the gate swinging, baby, because you're going to put yourself in the hurt locker. Now, with that free advice being said, and with that right there, I've given you 2 wonderful pieces. Both of these things should be written down, put in frames, and hanging on your wall. What are they?
Not for your wife.
Don't go big on Valentine's Day because you screw yourself up. And the second thing is no one play wins or loses any sporting event. That's 2 for free right there that I gave you. All right, 2. That's right. Now, what did I do for Valentine's Day today? I know that I didn't buy her anything. I know that I didn't have anything dramatic planned. It's not because there's COVID and the people. It's just that at our age, when I get her stuff when she wants it. You know, if she really wants something, I try to go get it for her. If it's something I can afford and we can do, and yeah, I mean, I do that anyway. So it's kind of hard to do something super special for Valentine's Day when you do the special things that she wants all the time. However, this actually happened this morning right before I clicked on the live stream. And I mean, right before I clicked on the live stream. Right before I clicked on the live stream. Jesus Christ, people. This happened right before I clicked on the live stream. She said, I talked across the room and I said, "Happy Valentine's Day." And she said, "Happy Valentine's Day" back. Then she walked around the table and she knelt over and just gave me a kiss on the lips. And as she stood to the side and was doing something, I said, "That was the best kiss that I've ever received from anyone my entire life." That's what I said.
You should check out live what's in your mailbox.
And what that meant was that her heart melted. And what that meant was that she had a moment where she looked at me and just gave me one of the biggest smiles ever. So what did I get her for Valentine's Day? Everything. Absolutely everything. So there you go. And I don't know how I'm going to get, Gen X mom starts talking when I'm in the middle of a sentimental story and I can't shut her up. The kid walks downstairs and doesn't matter. I could be in the middle of something very important. He's just walking over here looking at stuff and just figures, I'll just talk from behind the camera. I don't know when that became a fucking rule around this house, that we just talk whatever we want and loud whenever we want and interrupt whenever we want. We didn't used to. Live streams were fairly serious. Live streams, we used to be quiet and we used to just be cautious about stuff. Now they just fucking throw shit out there like you guys are all sitting around my living room with me. Fuck. All right. So let me go back to what I missed here. So there's your things that really happened. I really did that. That was my everything gift. And you boys, men, try that. That should work right there. You get the gift. You just tell her that that was the best gift they could ever receive. That compliment to them about their kiss is huge. You're welcome, America and Denmark. Yes, Gen X mom in the corner.
Can you check your Gen X dad email on that?
The Gmail or the Outlook one?
Outlook.
Yeah.
There's something in there for you.
Okay, Gen X mom. This time, Gen X mom raised her hand from the corner, which was polite and nice and wonderful. When I was done talking, I addressed her, and she said to go look at my email. Well, I can do that on here. Stand by, citizens. There's something in my Gen X dad Outlook Express, which I haven't seen or looked at all. But she says there's something in here for me. So let's look. Joel Penagua. He just had a few questions about stuff. We'll skip that. I don't know what that means. Michael Roeder. The chat moves so fast now. You said piece. Oh, you don't know what that is. Jib Jab. Jib Jab says. Jib Jab says to Gen X Dad, you received a special delivery from Gen X mom at Gen X Talks. Click to view. Jib Jab. I don't even know what this is. I don't even know what Jib Jab is. Hamster. What the fuck is this?
English, please.
That was speaking English. That wasn't French. I don't know if you guys can hear this. There's some video she put on there. It's my face with weird hair and her face with weird hair dancing to Grease. She's superimposed. I can't believe you did that. Well, thank you for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, and if you were on Streamlabs, you show it to the audience.
Yeah, something tells me you guys are going to put that up on Patreon anyway. So yeah, there's that was my Valentine's gift. She's got my face and dark glasses over John Travolta's body dancing, and hers over Olivia Newton-John. Yeah, if there's a way to put that up on Patreon, I'm sure Gen Z kid will figure it out. He's not going to let that embarrassing moment pass him by. He will pay money to download that and put it up on Patreon for you guys. Oh yeah, Patreon is $1, and it's where all the behind the scenes, the weird shit that you guys don't get to see on YouTube gets posted on Patreon, and all the stuff about Harold, the stupid finch, that little bird. My fat ass was running around the driveway at 6 a.m. trying to catch it. That stuff's up there. All right, where are we at? Let's back up. Pissed off Patriot people were asking, so what did you think of the halftime show? I'm curious. Yeah, I liked it. It was okay. I'm not into rap music, so that's right. I do like there's a couple songs by Eminem that kind of struck a nerve back in the day that were kind of cool. But I just that just wasn't my genre. I don't care what you like or what you do. It's cool. I don't disrespect. I don't talk trash about it. It's not my favorite thing. But what I did notice was that there was 6 performers last night on stage at that halftime show, and 5 of them were Gen X. That's right. Go look it up. I'm not wrong. Kid, what was the one guy's name who was not Gen X? Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar was the only one on stage who was not Gen X. The other performers were Gen X. Don't forget that. Don't let anybody, when talk about stuff, go, that's right. When kids say, like, oh, the halftime show, you just say, you're welcome, because that was from us. That's true. So it was pretty good. It was okay. The thing I didn't like about it too much was that it wasn't at night, and I find that inside stadiums or nighttime events make for a better show, because then they can have better graphics and better lighting, and they can do more visually. It was just, I think that worked against them some. I noticed that last night. Maybe I'm the only person in America who noticed that or thinks that's right, but it just didn't seem real. I think there's a better show and a better contrast, either if it's in the middle of the day and it's a big band like the US Festival and you're just playing, or if you go the other way, there's been some really great special effects along with music. And I think they were caught right in between the two. It wasn't middle of the day with the sun shining down, and it wasn't the US Festival, and it wasn't Live Aid, and they didn't quite make it to dark where they could do something visually. It was an okay show. Not the best halftime show I've ever seen. It wasn't Janet Jackson's boob popping out. Let's be fair about that. But it was a good show, and it was pretty much all Gen X. Did you have something you wanted to add?
Oh no, I was watching.
Or are you just standing there admiring me from afar? No, you just stand there and admire me. We're good. All right.
people.
Ivan, Czar. Whoa, 1,400 Czars. I wish I knew what those were. But now I definitely can go out and buy myself a 1968 Camaro because I got 1,400 Czars. And as you all know, Czars translate into millions of dollars. So we're rich now. Okay, General, you know that no matter how much time passes, they never forget. You got to get something. Here's $92 to contribute to the Love Fund. Yes, Ivan's right. Gen X mom would be the most gracious recipient of nothing more than a compliment today. But in her heart, she's still a girl and she still wants something. And you know that the daughters are going to call, Mom, what'd you get? What'd you get? What'd you get? You know, so it doesn't matter that I bought her a car that Valentine's Day years ago and it was paid for. She actually got the title to it. Here's your car. It doesn't matter that her house is paid for and she has the deed to it. None of those things matter. She has a little bit, speaking of Janet Jackson, all women have a little bit of that. What have you done for me lately? Well, I bought you a car. What have you done for me lately? This is the house. And so, yeah, what have you done for? So you're right. Ivan's right. I'm gonna have to do a little something. Even if I take and draw something with crayon on a piece of paper. Chicks dig that stuff. Tell them it was from the heart, and then we're good. That reminds me of an old story that it was an old joke. I don't remember who. It might even have been an Eddie Murphy thing, and it's true about women, especially when they're mothers. But this goes for when they're when they have boyfriends and they have husbands too. You can go in there and say, little kid comes home, walking home from school and finds a stick in the gutter, and he just looks at it like that, and he kind of scratches it on the curb and walks in the house, and he goes, "Hey, Dad, I made this for you." And Dad says, "Get that fucking shit stick out of my house. Don't bring stick in the house. Stick goes outside. Don't bring the stick in the house." And then he walks in the kitchen crying, gives it to his mother. And she's like, "Oh, you made this for me? This is so pretty. It's so beautiful. Thank you so much for the stick with the scratch in it." Same thing goes true. Kid can just make his mom a Happy Mother's Day card out of crayon the morning of Happy Mother's Day. And it could say nothing. And she's just thrilled, puts it on the fridge and makes everybody see it when they come in the house. All right. Kind of true with Valentine's Day. When you get to a point in life where I've done a lot of stuff, I can go in there and just take some crayons and put something on there and go, "Here, I made this for you. This represents 40 years of love." And she'll be okay with that.
Yeah.
And trust me, you can get away with that too.
Yeah.
Yes, Gen Z kid, what?
The 14, that was South African money.
Yeah,
and
1,400.
It's equal to 93 US dollars.
Yeah, he told me. I read that out loud. He said, here's $92. Hey, if you paid attention to the program, son,
I'm just trying to help
you'd be better off. Look who's back. The beautiful Summer Breeze 21. Summer Breeze turns the whole screen orange. I love it. Except for that's kind of a Bengals color. I'm having a little bit of PTSD from last night. A little shocking. Summer, you're trying to get my ulcer back up a little bit there. And not nice of you, but thank you for that. $40. Says 30 for FFA and 10 for the whiskey fund. Happy Valentine's Day. You notice nobody's giving Gen X mom anything. That's right, because this guy deserves things on Valentine's Day. This guy right here. Besides, if you tell mom anything good, any compliment goes right to her head. All right, where are we at? VP Digger had $5 and he was some little dudes playing trumpets there. All right. So there's a cool little sound effect and some emoji stuff going on for me. And $5. Thanks, Digger. Appreciate that. So let me get back to Gen X mom and the Super Bowl, because it's true. I tell you guys all the time, she calls the penalties, calls the flags. She sees stuff that not every time, but very often she sees stuff before the rest of the room even does. I'm not kidding about that. So last night we were barely at the end of the first quarter. And as you guys know, the Rams couldn't run the ball. Wasn't going anywhere. I think Gen Z kid looked up in the third quarter, by the middle of the third quarter, where they have 30 total yards rushing, 30. And she was screaming at the end of the first quarter, "Stop running the ball, pass the ball. Stop running the ball, pass the ball." Oh, they had a few passes because Odell got hurt in the second quarter. He did. But she was already seeing this was not going to work. And I know you have to run the ball and keep them honest on the line so you can pass the ball. So they stay guarding the line so you can't run, and then you can go pass. I got it. Everybody knows how that works. And the coaches do too. You people yelling that stuff aren't telling anybody anything new. However, it wasn't working, and they kept doing it all the way into the fourth quarter. And that game was so close, and it was so tight. It was like, what are you guys doing? Now, you lost Higbee earlier in the season. You lost Odell that night. Now you're losing receivers. You're losing people that can catch the ball. And you're still not passing. And you should have when you had people, but you're not doing it. And then what did they do? About the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter, they just flipped the switch, passed the ball almost every down, won the game. Moved the ball down the field. They couldn't stop them. They kept finding holes in the defense. And there's Gen X mom been screaming and screaming and screaming and screaming for 3 quarters. And she finally says, finally, somebody's listened. Maybe she called McVay and said, okay, it's time to put your playbook down, scratch off all those run plays, pick your playbook back up, and start passing. Make me come down there. Click. It's almost like how it happened. She screamed the entire game, and then they won because if they had played the way we're playing in the last 5 minutes, if that had been standard operating procedure for the whole game, they would have never won. Never moved the ball down the field. Nope. Couldn't happen. Would have been an interception. Would have been a punt. Something. It would have been bad. But they passed and they got down the field and they won. And Gen X mom was right. She was screaming it the whole game, and she wasn't wrong. Yeah, so there's your story. Now, that's 2 Valentine's Day gifts I've given her. One, I told her that the kiss she gave me in the morning was the best kiss I'd ever received in my entire life. And she melted with that compliment. She loved that very much. So I'm free for Valentine's Day. I've done my job. Thank you. Also, I've just complimented her in public to the whole world. So now everybody gets to see that. And because this is a replay item that will keep playing back, and people will see me giving her that compliment over and over again. So yeah, there we go. Summer Breeze 21. Is this the same one? No, this is $25. Gen X mom, so sorry. Happy Valentine's. She says a great mom. Do something nice. You don't. Now she just went upstairs to do probably her hair change or something. So she missed that Summer Breeze. So what happens here is because she missed it, and she never watches the replays. She's tired of my voice. She doesn't watch shit I do. And she doesn't really pay that much attention to me when I'm live unless I fuck up. And then her voice is right there to correct me. But other than that, she doesn't listen to anything. So because she's upstairs, Summer, she's going to miss this. And let's ask, hey, Gen X mom, would you like that $25 that Summer gave, or can I have it?
Yes.
No, that's Gen Z kid running his mouth. Gen X mom? Gen X mom? Yep, see, she didn't even answer. She doesn't want it. So Summer, I'm afraid that your $25 is going to have to go to the whiskey fund. We offered it to Gen X mom, and she didn't answer. She wasn't anywhere down here. And you don't need to answer for her. You ruin a perfectly good skit. You're fucking that shit up. Just stay out of my live. Stay out of my live. Period. I don't need you. I don't like you. Go away. Fried. All right, Fried. I forgot. I'm supposed to whore myself out. Please hit the like button. Appreciate that. Moolacious. What's up, sir? Just getting by. Randy Mallory, good morning. Rough calls, but your boys did it. Yeah. Rough calls and missed calls. They all balanced out. So there we go. The Rams, says Lee Dog. Okay, I missed this one. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to scroll up here. Brian Powers says, yeah, I didn't like the Eminem kneeling bullshit. Only time I didn't see Eminem. Brian, I didn't see Eminem until the halftime show. And I think I saw him kneel in the middle of his set or at the end, but I didn't care. It didn't look like he was kneeling in protest or anything. If you saw that, I didn't pick up on that at all. Peace by ownership, Eddie Murphy. So that he's reaffirming I did get that one right. Thanks, man. Hello from the Bay Area, diehard Niner fan, says Punch. Poor boy, I got my girlfriend edible arrangements. I think at the end of the day, you're going to find that's more for you than for her. Spa, book it for this weekend. I used to do that for her. I would send her all the time spas. Yes, you're right, but it's the whole COVID thing, and she's just kind of a little apprehensive about it. But that's a good choice. That is. Elcoy, I never give my wife roses. On our first Valentine's Day that I was married, a couple, I planted roses in our garden so she will have flowers every day for the rest of her life. Those last a dozen in a vase. That's true. I've given flowers. I switched over to giving plants because plants last longer. You're right. I think the only statement that I ever made that would ever stick with Gen X mom was many, many, many years ago. I used a cliche that I learned from a guy when I was younger, and I gave Gen X mom 11 roses. And when she smelled them and happy and gave me a kiss and read the card. And finally, at some time she goes, wait, there's only 11 here. And I said, well, you're the 12th rose. Yeah, I did that. I only did it once, but it was younger too. For a young man to do that really was strong. So there's a little things you can do right there. Hey, that's 3 today I've given you. That's 3. All right. You're welcome, America and Denmark. All right, where did I miss off here? James says, I tiled the bathroom floor for the wife's Valentine's Day gift. My Gen X body aches like a mofo this morning. Yeah, but see, that's the kind of shit that matters. That kind of stuff really matters on Valentine's Day. Wheelspur, 100%. Hey, thanks, man. Krista Rose, wow, at Ivan, you're awesome. Yeah, Ivan's got the message and give from the heart. Now, don't forget Summer. Don't forget Summer. Summer's on too, but Summer made the mistake of forgetting Gen X Mom, and then she gave Gen X Mom money when Gen X Mom wasn't around. I even asked, I yelled, no reply. So, boy, Summer's really stacking up the whiskey fund today. Oh my God, where Eddie Murphy and his wife says, Eddie, what have you done for me lately? Yeah, Kevin, I could do that skit, Kevin. I'm not doing it. I'm not fucking going there. I'm not drunk enough. Do you think the NFL is rigged? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, I've known some NFL players in the day, and those guys play to win. I mean, they really do. Now, if you get to talk about referees that are being instructed to call things a certain way, I don't think they're. I think at the most they're told to call stuff tight or let them play loose. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like the whole thing's rigged like you think it is. But I don't know. And if it is, maybe I don't want to know. Okay. I like living in the Matrix and eating steak. So leave me alone. All right, Don, as wife, mom, and grandma made gifts are so much better. It means more. Yeah. Don, if there's some effort into them, would you not agree? I mean, if I took a piece of paper and poured glue all over it and then took dried macaroni and poured it on that and then 30 minutes later handed it to you, would you think that I really put forth some wonderful effort and on Valentine's Day? I think not. Pedro, Gen X, love you guys. Keep doing the good Lord's work. Thank you. CT Fallout, have you gotten your steak yet? Many times over, we're good. Thank you. Randy Mallory, sing a Grease song back to her. I'm not going to do that shit. It's already embarrassing enough that thing's going to end up on Patreon, and everybody who's part of Patreon is going to see that shit. I'm not doing that. No fucking way. Philip Sparks, happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Thought the game was okay. Love the convo. Thanks for the stream. Appreciate that, Philip. We're all here just talking, man. We're just talking. Jesse Johns, nice play on words. I have become deaf. Yeah, I got you. I am become the destroyer of worlds. We're talking to Jesse Johns. I'll let you guys talk. You guys cross talk. I'm okay with that. Bigfoot, thanks to all 3 of you and your extended family. Bigfoot, appreciate that. I do. I really do. Mill Hizzo, that's a millennial like my son interrupting with the information I already found. I know. He did that the other day too. He interrupted me for something in the middle of a live. Just walked in, like I'm not doing anything on his channel for him and just starts running with information that we all fucking already knew. Brilliant. Doesn't that just put a hiccup in your giddy up? That's an old saying for old people. Like the show, Jesse Johns. I know he just quoted it. What did I miss there? Are you guys? Oh, you're still talking back and forth. Okay, I got you. Norman Dow. What's up, guy? Hey, Norman.
Yeah.
Tony, I honestly thought the Bengals were going to win. Yeah, it was scary. I thought they were too. I really did. I thought that of course, I wasn't going to anticipate the pass interference calls called correctly in the red zone. I assumed that they missed call on Jalen Ramsey was gonna tilt the game. The Rams just had so many opportunities too, and they just kept running the ball. They could have won that game by 30 points if they had just quit running the goddamn football, but they couldn't stop. Beth Cates, happy Valentine's Day. Gen X mom, she's not here, Beth, but I'll pass that along. She's upstairs coming down. I don't know who Susanna Hoff is yet. Jesse Johns, well, since he used it in reference to the atomic bomb, it's quite appropriate for it. Am I part of something that I don't even know what I'm part of? It seems like 2 of you are arguing back and forth, and did something I said or something you guys said? I'm lost. I'm trying to fit in, but as usual, I don't. Michael Hargis, these are great substitutes for super chats. Give it a try. Little thumbs up. Yeah, man. Appreciate that. No, I noticed those. Stephen Potts, good morning from St. Louis. Thank you, Stephen. Kevin Grimes, another Victory V-Day gift could be a free pass on. I can't read that out loud, man. I can't, Kevin. I can't. Yeah, if you ask us, say, okay, which do you want? You want this over here? Or do you want to cook me a steak? Which one's harder? Which one takes more time? Come on, pick one and go. I'm not sure how that would go over. Oh, and look who chimed in. M. Dawson, 1967. Valentine for Gen X mom. Yeah. So everybody knows that in the live stream we did, the Super Bowl live stream, we did a quick one before the game, early in the day, just talking about the Super Bowl. And I said I would take some bets. You guys want to take some personal bets, little stuff, $5, $10 stuff. The only bet that I lost with you guys was one of all the bets I lost. There wasn't many. They were all really small. Was I think a $10 bet, and it was with Michael Dawson, this guy who's in here, M. Dawson, 1967. And I think the dude hovers over his computer. I mean, he's got to be one of our biggest fans by far. Every platform, if I click on Facebook, he chimes in, hey, what are you doing on Facebook? What's going on? You going on? Like, whoa, dude, I just got here. You click on some Southeastern pygmy tribe thing, internet platform from the corners of Australia. And if I log on, Michael Dawson will be right behind me going, hey, what's this platform? What are we doing out here? I just telling you, the dude's right there all the time. So he sends an email and says, I'll take the Bengals plus 4.5 points. And I said, okay, I'll take your 4.5 points. Or wait, did he say 4? Hang on. Well, I lost either way. I think he said 4 points. He said, first email says, I'll take the Bengals in 4 points. So I wrote back and I said, okay, I'll take that bet. I'm sifting through some other emails. Another one comes through later from Michael Dawson. And he says, okay, I'll take the Bengals in 4.5 points. So he must have been watching the Vegas line move and was trying to correct. And I said, no, I've already accepted your bet. Go look. I even took a screenshot and circled that we're good. I've already accepted the bet at 4. We're done. He goes, oh, okay, good. 10 minutes later, okay, I'll take the Bengals straight up. I'm like, again, no, I've already accepted the bet. We're good. Quit moving the goalpost here. We're fine. It doesn't matter if it's for me or against me. Just we got it. I got these. Okay, yeah, good. We're good. Yeah, I got your email, the first one. No, we're fine. It's fine. I was just telling you that you could. No, we're good. He ended up winning. It's the only bet I lost was to Dawson. Now, if I had kept changing the bet, letting him move the goalpost, I would have won. But I just didn't have time. There was just a bunch of emails and a bunch of stuff going on. I didn't have time to reposition my bets. I did write down the ones that I took from you guys, and I think there was I won 6 and lost 1. They were all $5 bets. Don't think that anybody was out there betting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. I had the ability to bet to spread out $200 in bets because IGH Properties kicked in $100 to cover bets. I matched it and put up $100 to bet with you guys, and nobody wanted to bet. No, so that'll go into the kids' FFA stuff. It was an overall little bit of a winner overall there, so that'll go into the kids' FFA fund for projects and stuff. Cold Woke says, good morning, Pops. Thank you very much. Russell Stratton. Oh, you guys are they're talking to each other there. Fast Money says, thanks for the content, my dude. You're welcome, my man. If that helps you out in any way, you are welcome. Charlie Nesbitt, good morning from Tennessee. Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you. Travis Neighbors, I was so close on my guess. If they wouldn't let the clock run out, I would have been right. Well, you know what, Travis? Even the sun shines on a dog's ass once in a while. And yesterday was almost your ass. Okay. Fried, I'm doing good, everyone. The flag came out cool. Go to Patreon. I'm just happy to give back to the people who deserve it. Hey, just so you know, it's on Patreon. Fried and I had exchanged a few emails about this Gen X talk. Well, bottom of the glass nation, because the truth is always at the bottom of the glass. You guys who regulars, you know what that means, because I drink, I get all messed up, and then I tell a bunch of stories I shouldn't, and I almost get divorced, and we almost get banned, and that's how it goes. Okay, so we were kind of come up with a bottom of the glass nation, because the truth is at the bottom of the glass. Drink and go get the truth. The story is at the bottom of the glass. Drink your drink, go get your story. And we exchanged a few emails and some ideas, and moved some stuff around, and then Fried ordered a bottom of the glass nation flag, which if my flagpole wasn't broke on my house, I would have already put it up, but it is broken. I didn't replace it yet, I will go do that. But we did take some pictures of it. We unfurled it out there. It's still got some creases in it, but it's on Patreon. It's a cool flag. There's 3 or 4 pictures up there. It will be hanging up at some point, and it will make all of my neighbors go, what? and I'll have to explain it to them. Yeah, that's it. None of my neighbors know that we do this here. None of their neighbors know this is the Gen X Talks house, so we're okay. But go check out what Fry did. That was a fan design. It was a fan thing, man. Really cool, much appreciated, and spot on. Neil says hello from Canada, and somebody said John Bilbo. I don't catch live streams, so apologies if this has come up. What's your favorite Johnny joke? And what you tell it? Oh man, I'd have to think about those. How many Johnny jokes did we have growing up? There was hundreds, and most of them were really bad. I shouldn't even say them here. We'll get back to you on that one. We'll circle back, as they say in Washington. Jake Ryan, I bought my wife a 70 Monte Carlo for her birthday and the part she wanted for Valentine's Day. In the end, it keeps her from driving my 72 El Camino. Smooth move, man. That's the ultimate diversion right there. I appreciate that more than you know. Anytime a husband or gives a wife a gift that distracts her from his shit, I think is brilliant. I bend my knee and you have my respect. I tilt my hat and move forward. That is fucking brilliant. Oh, I wish I had come up with that. Then I could have said there was 4 things I gave you today, but there's not. I did. That one wasn't mine. That belongs to Jake Ryan completely. Nicely done. I like that. Okay, listen. I'm getting towards the end of this. I've been on about an hour. I got to go. I got a lot of stuff we got to do. We got to set up for a podcast and finish the podcast, finish editing, and then we have to post that today. So for those of you who do follow our podcast efforts, if we have our way, it will be the kid, myself, and Gen X Mom. We got some cool stuff to talk about. A little bit on the football game, playing devil's advocate. I will be arguing for the Bengals, and we'll see how good the kid and Mom do against me, plus some other topics there. I know you guys have been asking for specific stories on the live streams. If we go on tonight late, I promise you I will drink and I will give you some of those stories. The big one you guys have been asking for, because we talked about it twice, was on the podcast. It was Gen X Mom's leukemia story and how she beat leukemia. This is not like anything you guys have ever heard in your entire lives, and I mean that sincerely. It was actually there was actually 2 miracles, unexplained miracles that happened. One of them had her surgeon drop to his knees in front of me, and others were there crying in a hallway. That the surgeon, who has seen thousands of surgeries and brought the man to his knees crying in the hallway in front of the whole family. That was one. The other one made medical history. It made medical journals. It made people. We used to give speeches, more me than her, but both of us. We used to give speeches around for leukemia and for cancer on things that happen there. Not paid speeches. Just they said, "Hey, would you like to come tell the story? It's really important." And then we stopped doing it after a while, mainly because Gen X Mom, once she beat the cancer, if you're always telling the story and you're always reliving the story, you're not getting away from it. You're not moving past it entirely. You keep that in your head, keep it in your heart. Not that she doesn't remember daily that she fought leukemia. She does every day. There's something there, but it became overwhelming where she said, I just want to stop talking about it. So we quit doing it. In fact, we have not, I think I've retold the story maybe twice in the last 6 years, just to people, not even on here. I've never done it on a live stream. She wanted to do it on a podcast because she doesn't want to do a live stream and talk about it, but she's comfortable with the headphones and the microphone doing a podcast. And I can edit together, coughs and sneezes and stuff. So that story, I don't know if that's coming out on this one, but very soon. It's something she has offered to do. She's brought it up several times. So before she changes her mind, but I mentioned it to you guys, and then the responses that we get with emails and reminders saying, "Hey, we're letting hear that story." That is something you've never heard. I promise you, in all the TV shows you've seen, and documentaries, and books, and magazines, and stories you've heard about cancer and survival, which are all each of their own miraculous and wonderful. This one's going to hit a little different, and it's the reason that people kept telling us or me, could you come tell that story, is because it was very different. So anyway, one of the doctors that helped guide us through this, one of our close friends, has offered to be part of the podcast. He would like to be edited in on his perspective. And remember, him and my wife were very close. We all 3 of us were, but they were very close. and he was 900 miles away on a phone arguing with her doctors trying to save her life. And basically this small little part of the story was him giving them some questions and directions, and when they were blowing him off, me turning around and going, you grab this fucking phone and you do what he says. And I was the heavy right there going, I'm not listening twice. It's just I'm giving you little slices of an amazing story. It really was. So listen, I got to go. I'm down to the end of my thing here. I did make it an hour. I beat it by 15 seconds. So there is a lot of stuff I got to get done today. I do have to go take a piece of paper with some red and yellow crayons and scratch out some Valentine's Day card for Gen X mom, or I will be homeless. And then this camera will be turned on and all you'll see is the background. No one's sitting here. All right. Thanks, you guys. I will go back. I will read all the comments. You know that when I have to skip these things down here, that I will go back and read them. As soon as we're done, I'll grab my water and I'll scroll back up and read everything, puts it in my brain. Don't think I'm forgetting your comments just because I didn't mention something towards the end. You guys know how this goes. It's difficult to keep up, especially when you guys ask me to tell a story. And it's tough to miss that stuff. So, okay. Anyway, I got to go. I got to run. But thank you guys for showing up so early in the morning. And we'll catch all of you guys later on the flip side.